Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with a returning guest, someone you all love because he just brings passion. He brings the heat. That is my good friend, Stratton Brown. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on, Mike.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So you have been doing some amazing things on Instagram. I watched like 30 of them today, and I've got four that I want to talk about. But I would digress if I didn't talk about something that just came across the news wire, and I wanted to get your raw, unfiltered thoughts, which I think are going to be entertaining. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
So you may know, you probably recall that we are giving out federal unemployment. $300 a week was a federal goose up during this crisis, right? We've all heard about that expiring on September 6th, right around Labor Day. So far, you're with me, yeah?
Yep.
So about a month ago or so, the powers that be were like, "Hey, it's gonna stop. It won't be extended. Don't worry about it." 26 states declined it early because they want to get people back to work. Well, in the last 3 minutes, Joe Biden's White House on Thursday said, and I'm going to read from this article. It's on marketwatch.com. States that want to provide extra jobless benefits to the unemployed beyond the September cutoff can continue to do so by drawing on previously approved federal stimulus. So it's not stopping, just like I said it wouldn't. I can't believe it. Well, I guess I can. What do you think?
What the fuck?
I knew it.
Bro, there is such a massive labor shortage.
What are they thinking? I don't get it.
And like I said, I've said this multiple times. I have a lot of friends in the construction industry and family members. They can't find good work for the life of them. Like, they just can't find workers. Yeah. There is a massive, massive, massive labor shortage.
We're paying people to stay home. I did the math.
People to stay home, and like mathematically, yes, stay home and make more money and spend more time with the family, take advantage of it, even though I'm telling you not to, right? But like, if that's me and that's my mindset, that's what I'm doing.
What are we teaching kids? I mean, first off, I hate all of this. I hate it all. But what are we teaching? Like, think about being a 13, maybe like you're old enough to understand, right? You're old enough to understand. I mean, I had a job under the table at 12 because I had to put food in my parents' refrigerator, right? My dad was unemployed. My mom was raising my daughter, or my sister and I went to work under the table, worked at a freaking a dry cleaners and just poisonous, noxious environment to make cash to freaking put food in the refrigerator. What are we teaching kids today? Just stay home, kick back, buy video games, buy your iPhones. I mean, bananas.
And I mean, it's based off of, like, what are we teaching kids today? Yes, but like, if the government's going to give you free money and you can't make that money somewhere else, you need to take that money and like somewhat do better with it, is my personal opinion.
Well, there's a wrinkle.
Shouldn't be giving those people that opportunity to even accept more money from the government, right? Because we don't want to be a government-ran state, right? We don't want, that's what we're trying to avoid. That's what America.
One would think, yeah. Although they're doing everything they can to go against that now. I mean, man. Everybody I talked to, labor shortages. I talked to a buddy yesterday. He could hire 60 people today, but he can't find them. He just can't find them. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And I mean, we work with all of our employees are international.
Right.
And I'm right now looking for one, debating whether or not I want to hire on in America, just because based off of everything that's going on.
Right.
Like, I know I can just find better talent and people more dedicated in other countries and pay them better wages, right? And I'll pay them tons of money into where they will be filthy, stinking rich over there. But just with everything that's going on in America, and then I do think millennials are inherently lazy at this point, right? To where if I have a bunch of people coming to me asking me like how to change their lives, and I'm sucking it's like life and I'm not making enough money, I'm like, hey, you know what you need to do? Go into commission sales. So change it. I posted about it this morning. Go into commission sales. You will change your financial future forever. Learn sales, learn the process, start selling bigger products. No one will ever be able to stop you. No one can ever take away those skills. And people still won't do it. And they're like, well, but I'm living paycheck to paycheck, blah, blah, blah. And I've been there.
Yeah. Again, you are a business owner. I just couldn't believe this. I mean, I've never trusted the government to begin with, either side, either party. It's not like this party's any worse than the other. I don't trust either one, but God damn, I just don't understand.
Well, and like nobody's gonna, do you know what will happen when this eviction moratorium is over? Like these people are going to be homeless regardless because these people are going to lose the property. But flat out, like with the investment loans, a lot of those banks aren't going to work with you. It's like, oh no, let's take back the asset.
Yeah. Well, the asset's probably gone up in value, right? So it's this is weird. It feels like the story's never ending. Like it's like the Friday the 13th movies. Like we're on Jason number 13 or 14. It's just like, we just keep the craziness going.
I don't know. I didn't think it would get this far. I personally didn't.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think I mean, you're smarter than I am. You called them leaving both in place. You called them leaving both in place. Yeah. I was like texting, like, I hope they do not.
Well, yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope they get things going again. But at this point, like, I don't see the incentive, like with the economy rolling. If it was truly, and I'm not going to start talking about coronavirus and get you demonetized, but like, if it was as bad as it was supposed to be, 100%, dude. Like, we need to help those people.
Yep.
I think a lot of the restaurant industry, I would say is like the service-based industries who got hit the hardest.
Yeah.
But like feed them, handle all of that. But for the most part, I know most business owners thrived during COVID.
Yeah.
Thrived.
Again,
like,
of course, all their customers had money.
All their customers had money.
And they were bored.
Sold out, man. Watches, like high-end watches are sold out.
Yeah, Rolex watches are show. I mean, Beat Kevin did a video of a freaking Rolex shop that had 3 watches in the store.
Yes.
They're sold out. I took pictures on my IG. So Olivia and I, when it's really hot outside, we'll go to a mall to walk around, right? And I took a photo of I don't know what that damn high-end purse store. Prada purse store or whatever, Gucci or whatever. It's the lines are out the door. I'm like, what is going on? What, all the stimulus money? So yeah, I don't understand I guess I get the situation, but I just don't like what we're teaching. I had Anna Kelly on yesterday talking about breaking the cycle of poverty. And we don't break the cycle of poverty by just paying people to stay home. Where's work? Where's the return on effort?
This money that we're giving out that is legitimately coming out of thin air when we could have been investing this into our education infrastructure? Like when you talk about poverty is perpetuated by uneducated people. And we have kids in inner cities without textbooks, right?
Yeah.
And we could have fixed all of these inner city problems to bring people out of poverty, but instead we do this.
We kind of Again, I think about Anna Kelly, who grew up in Section 8 housing, very poor, abusive physically and all of that. And we're not helping that. This just feeding the system more, we're not fixing the problem. We're, I don't know, making it worse maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it probably is making it worse, but we're not doing anything to fix it whatsoever. But at the same time, it's awful. Capitalism only survives with 2 downsides, right? Like there is working.
True down. Yeah. Like, capitalism, you got to pay the price, right? Yeah.
You got to pay the price, right? But like people risk a lot to make that happen. And then our coronavirus comes along, all these business owners risk everything, and then they just get put out of business by the government, which is pretty bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's why people, I believe, should put their foot down, like, no, I'm going to stay operating. I'm going to do what I think is going to feed my family.
Right.
Because at that point, I thought unemployment was going to run out. But if I build a business for 20 years and then like that, it's gone, I'm fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah.
To keep that thing open.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this was fun. I just had this come across. I thought you'd have a passionate reaction, so I'm glad I caught that. I can't believe. I mean, I called it, but I can't believe it. It's just crazy. But I got 4 other exciting topics. So let's get on to those. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.